Jones skips it. Dixon, the shot fake into the mid-range. Left it short. And the rebound pulled down by Rochelin. Maguire has that quick release, and on the baseline, he scores it. First points for Ty Maguire. Sixth-year senior backs it out for Tillis. Way too strong, and the rebound, Tate Jones, grab and go. Burke is a shooter off the bench, and he sticks the three. Lee, backup true freshman guard, probing into the mid-range. That rolled off the iron. 2-point Triton's lead. Gray with a step on Dixon. Howell for Kapich. Kapich sticks the three. His attacking the closeout of Howell. Tillis kept his footing, and Howell rips it away. Howell directing in transition. Howell for the cutting. Rochelin on the reverse.
Side out, get that penetration and kick for those threes. That's what you do best.
So Irvine will sag off here. Chris Howell, 8 and white. He kicks to the corner, and Kapich buries the three. And celebrating his 22nd birthday today, right into Maguire. Got it off, and Maguire gets the roll. Of course.
In with the big league hang with him night so far, 1 for 12 for 2 points. They were all scored in the first half. Jordan Kapich move, and Kapich, who had a
Eric Lewis, a kid from Elk Grove, he's a sophomore. Eric Olin was saying, as far as usage and true shooting is concerned, there's no better player in the country. As Ty Maguire buries his
line cut.
5-point advantage for the Tritons, just their biggest of the night, and they're going to get a steal out of this. Ty Maguire will crossover dribble out to Gray. Howell was looking inside. Maguire is open, right wing. Ty Maguire is playing it. Seemed like every 5th or 6th game.
Boy, he sure was a nice guy.
Yeah. Milovich over to Howell, cross court. Open is Gray, and he fires up the three and makes. Back in December, the Tritons forced him into 1 of 6 shooting last game, and there's opening 3 minutes of this second half. And Askew steal the third of the game by Howell to Tate Jones. Little body bump, and Tate Jones is low post.
Well, you know what? Chris Howell was right in the middle of the lane. Nobody was really on him. He could have turned and probably laid it in.
And can they get another steal? Oh, what effort by Howell. Man, to keep that alive.
He's got to be on the all-defensive team this year.
Gray passed up a three. He's not going to pass it up a second time. It's on its way, and it's good.
Gets it in the corner. Young puts up a three, and Brown could not clean it up. Had the box out, but couldn't score. Gray on the run. Tate Jones turns the corner and thinks better of it.
I love the way he kind of probes in there.
Gray nails the three.
Coach Taylor, and he was talking about his team, and he goes, yeah, Lolo Rudolph, I feel really good about him being out there. He's a freshman. I'll look forward to when he becomes a sophomore.
Tate Jones for three.
Tyler would have followed that. That ball may have come right back to him.
And the three no good by Robinson.
Watch for the lob right now from Rochelin.
He's good for 1 a game, right?
I wonder if he leads the team in dunks. I got to believe, Tate Jones got a bunch of dunks, but Rochelin's got a bunch too.
And he can also do that. O'Day for three, no good. Cal State Fullerton has not scored in over 4 minutes. Kapich was open, chose not to take the three.
Oh, he could have taken it too.
Maguire will. Good. Until I give you this final, we gave it to you at halftime, but we're going to talk about it again here as DeLuna comes up short. How about CSUN 103-77 over UC Santa Barbara today?
Wow. What a track meet that was.
UC Santa Barbara is not chopped liver.
I got to tell you, that Big West tournament in Henderson, glad the Tritons got a bye to the semis.
Nice pass by Howell. Tate Jones with the finish.
He's a very athletic, quick guard who can score it around the rim and make deep jump shots.
Marcus Adams Jr. misfires. Martindale had a hand on it, but comes down to Maguire for the Tritons. Right wing 3, Hayden Gray spins down through the 10 on the shot clock. Adams to Beard. Here's the 3 from Tyler. Rides the iron. No. Defensive rebound plucked away by Chris Howell for UC San Diego. The other way. Burke the 3.
That's the Matadors are so nervous when they get around the rim because bodies are there. But you got to take that shot. That's what Tate Jones does.
Howell for UC San Diego. His team up 7. Under 9 minutes to play in regulation. Hayden Gray to the right corner for Howell. Back to Hayden Gray. He'll launch the 3 and hit the 3.
Okay.
For first place in the Big West Conference. Russ Turner's crew taking care of business against the Titans.
Well, no, they'll be tied if the Matadors can come back and win. They'll be tied for first place.
Tate Jones on the left side. Quick touch for Gray. Howell skipping it for Magai. And wow.
Tour trying to work his magic inside. Miss with the left hand. Rebounded by Howell. In transition, here's Gray gliding in. He scored.
When you start talking about that. But you know what?
And there's the drive and a bucket. That puts him up at 24% now, Hawaii shooting. 14-point lead for the Tritons.
Raps have been playing pretty well last 4 games.
Rochelin's got a 3.
Haven't won it. No game has been within single digits since that loss against Riverside over a month ago at this point. So
Yeah,
Titans are definitely on a roll.
Margin of victory has just been outstanding for this UC San Diego team, and that helps them in the net as they find a rolling Aniwa Tate Jones to the 10 for. Big homestand this week for the Mustangs. It's UC San Diego tonight and Riverside on Saturday afternoon. Gray with a skip in for Howell across the lane. And off the glass and in. Maximo Milovic wins the last season's squad. And trying to get this Cal Poly program back to the Big West tournament. Big West will only take 8 of the top 11. Beautiful execution left. Kuntz on a turnaround. And it's taken by Howell. Now the Tritons really took control of this game late in the first half, early in the second half. And Rochelin puts the exclamation.
Maximo earning his first start of the season Thursday night at Bakersfield. He's 9 points shy of being the Tritons' 6th career 1,000-point scorer on this roster. How about that? Roster has 5 1,000-point scorers, including this guy, Ty Magai at 3 stops. Here's Howell to Milovic, off the window, and he's 7 points away.
They give it out top to Marvin McGee, to Corey Stevenson. Stevenson shoots, misses. No foul call either way. Charge, block, something. We had a lot of contact and no whistle. Love it. You know, and again, pick your choice. Either way. Gray, meanwhile, with the ball.
Who's going to be their money man right now?
Our side, Rochelin puts one up. He rattles home with the scores up in the Big West. Davis by 3 with about 10 minutes to play in that one. Fullerton up by 3 late in the first half against Cal Poly, a game we are keeping close eye on. Meanwhile, the backdoor cut and the bucket.
The loss was the first game of the season against San Diego State. So this is a team that it really in a winning mode right now. Five in a row.
Stevenson finished off the three-point play, making the foul shot. A lot of contact on the picks that could go either way. Call something, but they're letting it go. Meanwhile, another 3 attempt, and that one.
Both coaches, both teams just trying to just fight for every possession.
And it goes to K-pitch. Jeff Campbell and Doug Sturdivant also working this one, and that shot up and good for the 7th leading scorer in the Big West at 17 points a game, and a guy who's hit 83s, 5th most in the NCAA. He hasn't hit a 3 against Irvine all season in a game and a half. 2-point lead now for Irvine. Tate Jones saw that one sail over his head. K-pitch was there. Howell will take it. Out to Gray. Sets his feet for a 3, and down she goes.
Gray set up their passing. Again, they're probably going to have to do a good job on Tate Jones because he's a load.
We could have 20 lead changes by the time the night's over. Here's Gray setting his feet. Another 3. Back-to-back to Evans for the bucket.
Absolutely great look. Just what a What a great move to get the ball. Torian Lee, the freshman. Eyes are up. Delivers.
You'll love this. 13 assists on 14 made field goals for Irvine. That's their first bench point of the game. And to the hole. 4 seconds to shoot, 2:31 to go. In it goes to an open Tate Jones. And he's going to rattle home another 3. Good little backdoor find there. And that's Rika Schulte with the score.
Schulte coming out of Munster, Germany.
Back out to a 4-point advantage for Riverside. They've led by as many as 6. And Peyton Gray.
Tyler McGuy, so far this year against UC Riverside, 5 of 24, 0 for 11 behind the arc.
Wow.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah,
one of the top 3-point shooters in America.
There's just, some teams that are your kryptonite. Here's Howell. Howell to the corner. McGuy just catch and shoot 3. That's how he.
And a lot from distance. Jacobs, that pass deflected and taken away. Ahead it goes to McGuy, stops and pops for 3, and that is a splashdown, and that also gives Tanner Christensen 2 fouls. The lead is 7 here for Hawaii. They have outscored the Tritons 13-7 since halftime. Corner 3, Gray, that's good. Hayden Gray.
Hawaii's got to be disciplined.
Bounce pass underneath. It is Tate Jones snuck behind.
From the outside, but he still is a volume 3-point shooter. And there's another steal. Tate Jones with a lay-in.
Well, this game is.
In this game.
It's early.
Yep. Although his team has 7 steals between the two teams before even the second media timeout. That was a missed shot by Washington in transition. Here's Howell. McGuy, his first shot of the game is a 3.
Left hand to lay it in.
Well, that two-headed monster of McGuy and Tate Jones as Maximo's got another block.
Yeah, Maximo's playing really well right now.
Here's Howell on the run out. Bounce pass to Tate Jones and count it. He's blocks, almost 2 steals a game, a block and a half a game. His 4 assists a game are 4th in the Big West. They've shut him down. Milovich from Howell. He went to the bench with 3 personals. Gets a little bit of a breather. Festus and Demanya misses. Their shooting percentage at 31% where it was at half. Jones now one-on-one against Fuller. Double team comes, finds the open man. Milovich made an extra pass. Open 3. McGuy down.
And then the Tritons ran it back up to 21, but still plenty of time left.
Tritons have also done a great job limiting the assists. Just 6 assists for CSUN. They're first in the Big West with 16 assists a game. Howell out to Rochelin. Rochelin catch and shoot 3 is good, and Howell 55-42. CSUN holds opponents to 39% shooting. Only UC Irvine is better. The Tritons are at 42%. But just 25% in the second half. The Tritons have only made 4 of 16 field goals in the second half. Still have a double-digit lead, but kind of feel like hanging on here for, I don't want to say dear life yet. Here's McGuy, double team comes, cross-court pass. Howell makes the extra pass. Rochelin, corner 3 is good. Tritons. 61-44 coming up on 6 minutes to go. A 17th win overall. And a 7th in conference is 6:05 away. Gray, and he's finally scored 1.
Tate Jones will trigger it. Inside to Howell. On the back cut to Hayden Gray. 11-6 Gauchos. Milovich drops it off for Gray.
Yeah, I think the Tritons would like to start their offense a little bit deeper, but give the Gauchos a lot of credit. They're really pushing the guards out.
Chris Howell out of the double team. Long 3 for Gray. Gray who pokes it away. On the fast break, Gray can't finish.
Chris Howell probably should have just wrote that in.
McGuy for 3, that's good.
First go round against the Tritons at the Thunderdome.
Stolzberg gives it up to Poto, and his shot no good. You know, as Poto gets more experience at this level, those are going to go down for him. Gray, dribble drive, gives it up to Milovich. And what a job by Howell. Gave it.
Gray gets it into Rochlin. And out to Milovich. Jack Whitborn in the game for the first time for UC Riverside, but Rochlin gets free inside. Whipped over to Smith, looking inside for Schulte. Now Smith goes right into traffic, lost the ball.
Yeah, ran into a Triton brick wall.
Now Kapich was right there playing defense against Schulte. Tate Jones back to work, and it is automatic.
And they have plenty of weapons, and even a couple of players coming off the bench that have come out very solid for UCSD today.
Inside, Gray gets free. Nice back.
When they were in this building last time a year ago, the game went to overtime, and it was back and forth, the runs. It was like Irvine's up 10, then the Tritons are up 10, and the floater.
I love that he wears 77. How many college basketball players wear 77?
I see a lot in the NBA G League.
Yeah. His parents are Taiwanese American. He's a big fan of Jeremy Lin, who won 7, so he put 2 sevens together.
Yep. Chase Sanity, and there's a 3. All right. Tritons need to D up here, and they're going to get a steal. Howell with 7 seconds. That one knocked away. Howell has it back. Here's a 3 by Burke. It's good! Aiden Burke! And they both came in the first half.
What I love about Loishin, last year he averaged 9 and 4. This year, 16 and 8.5. Just about double his production both sides there.
Staying in there. Here's Tate Jones. They need that bucket.
Into the corner for Hyder. Gets it into the paint, shoots over Gray. Tritons get a break there as he got deep in and couldn't hit the 5-footer. Deep 3 for Magai, straight on, nothing but net.
Resulting in 26 points off of those turnovers for the Tritons. Howell along the baseline. Finds a cutting Tate Jones. This guy is
beautiful ball movement that time by Occidental. They're doing a lot of good things in this game.
Yeah, that kid was coming off an injury to start the season in Wilson. Last game out, 12 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists against
Success rolling along, and he had back-to-back 20-win seasons at Youngstown State before they hired him to take over this Aggie program. And we are underway. Aggies taking on the San Diego Tritons. There's a few schools down in that neighborhood. You've got University of San Diego, the Toreros, and then, of course, San Diego State. And this one coached by Eric Olin, who's in his 12th season. It was the Big West Coach of the Year last year.
I mean, I think you could put as many universities in San Diego as you'd like.
And you'd fill them up.
Absolutely.
How about a three-pointer, Johnson? And he gets it back. Isaac in the post. Ball is knocked away, though.
Isaac has a tendency to bring the ball down when he's in the post. And that's tough when you're his size and you have guards in there poking at the ball. You should just keep it, chin it, be able to maneuver without bringing the ball down. He does have a tendency to turn it over down there.
Yeah, when you're 7 feet tall. And at the Avila, played for Tennessee. Played back, Pat Summitt was the coach and helped them win their first 2 championships under Summitt. As for UC San Diego, Magai now, the last 8 points for the Tritons. Will he keep it going? Gray shoots the 3, and that ends Magai's shot clock down to 5. Akano, and his shot was blocked. And ahead, Gray is going to finish. Aggies tried to get back, and a quick timeout.
He did that a game or 2 ago, and was able to come away with his own rebound.
Another turnover for the Aggies. A 5-minute scoring drought continues, in the flush for Justin Rochlin.
And if that's a tech, develop confidence and become mentally tough, and it translates into things like that. Fortunately,
he did miss the second, but hey, they're up by 2. And Mason Falslev, though, 0 for 5 in the second half. But as you said, he is flirting with a double-double. He's got 14 points and 9 rebounds. And a 2-point Aggie lead, under 3 now. 3-pointer on the way for the lead, and they got it. And
anything he puts up is going in.
And he wants another. That's his first miss from beyond the arc.
That's one of those heat check ones. You still got a little space there. Felt comfortable shooting it.
Would have brought Idaho within 4. Howell along the baseline. Nice find to Hayden Gray, and Gray buries his first. So he has his first point. Colton Mitchell trying to take one away from Hayden Gray. Idaho trying to apply some pressure. Handle lost for K-Pitch, but it stays with the Tritons. And then the 3.
A little high-low action from over close to the wing.
Milovich in the game for the Tritons, sets the screen for Gray. Gray driving the baseline, kick it to the corner to Magai. Alexander was all over him. Howell gets his man up in the air. Nice pass inside to Milovich. He was fouled and count it.
Tremendous upper body strength.
Jumper by Stevenson. Magai comes down with the rebound. 25-9 Tritons. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Howell driving the baseline, looking to kick it. K-Pitch left wide open, and that's good. You know, one break the Tritons get is that you're playing this game on Saturday instead of Thursday. Can you imagine how banged up you are after a game against this team as they drop into a zone?
They could soften you up.
Milovich to Howell. Skip to Burke. Good defense there by McGee the fourth. Howell left open for 3. Passes it off to Magai, and he hits it with a 20-0 run and have been in control since, leading it now 35-19. Bakersfield's got another run in them, though. You can believe that. Gray drives the lane, lays it up and in.
Johnson, who was an all-CIF player at El Camino, and John Farrell also started the Torrey Pines Holiday Tournament that's going to this day. It started back in 1990.
A couple of amazing gentlemen that have made huge contributions to the San Diego community. K-Pitch back into the game for the Tritons.
Yeah, I think I didn't mention John Farrell won over 700 games in his career.
Is that good?
Yeah.
K-Pitch.
The senior from Argentina for UC San Diego. But San Diego out-rebounding the Gauchos by 3. And they've taken 5 more shots from the floor than UC Santa Barbara. And the drop-off and the lay-in.
There's the cutter. Foremen are in foul trouble because of the driver. He is tough to guard.
K-Pitch launching a deep 3.
And that's going away with 116 of their own. But, you know, Laverne played 18 players in that game. Some college basketball rosters don't have that many players.
Well, we need to let folks know this game, being a Division III team, this is an exhibition game. This will not count on their overall seasonal record.
But it will for the Tritons as Hayden Gray with the back door.
Gave them a lot of problems.
K-Pitch missed the open 3. Howell, that's what he does, the dirty work inside, and he'll get an assist on the pass to Tucky Hepburn of Louisville coming into today's action. Pull-up jump shot is no good. That was Paul Antonis.
Good outlet pass by K-Pitch.
Howell skipped to Magai for 3. We know he can play, throw it out there, make them have to work on it.
That's right.
Damaj Warren misses the 3. K-Pitch with the rebound. Damaj Warren now 1 for 9, matching his box score from a season ago. Last year, that one field goal was a 2. Gray skip into the corner. Howell on the dribble drive. Back up to Gray for 3. It's good.
He's a tough customer. That's a hard defender. Or defender's nightmare, I should say. The guy is on 73-37. Here comes Howell. Screen from Milovich. He'll use him. Also into the game for the Tritons, number 1, Ryder Elizalde. Elizalde, 6'3", 175, freshman from Las Vegas, played ball at Bishop Gorman. And early for UC San Diego. Gray works with Howell. Down low, nice spin move, and that's going to be 2 points for Norton K-Pitch. Gray brings it up. He'll be picked up top of the key by Freeman. Gray gets it back. Thought about a three. They'll try to work it down low. A little inside-out game. Gray gets it back. This time Rick's on him. He will pull the trigger. And loose ball and puts it back up and in for an easy two. Demetrius Lilly with the bucket. 1 point. UC San Diego lead. Here's Capich again from three, and he knew it was in as soon as it left his.
Well, this game's changed all around here in the second half.
14-point game. Rochelin got the screen from Capich. Capich has it one-on-one against Christophilus, who hadn't done much offensively. I haven't mentioned his name much. Howell throws it inside. Capich over the top and muscled it up over Christophilus. Raise some money, rather, to try and get themselves in the discussion to join the Pac-12. And know they're getting a new basketball arena here fairly soon. Rochelin is now into the game, and immediate State bench. That's Julian Vaughns. He was quite the spark the other night at Fresno State. They didn't win, but he had 17 points and 6 boards in 24 minutes. Magai, and that laser beam did with a Mountain West Conference team. Lost by 5 to San Diego State, and then beat WCC team Pepperdine by 18. No-look pass inside. Howell to Capich. He led his Helsinki, Central Michigan transfer who was here last year, 26 starts as a redshirt freshman. And streaking down the floor is Gray. When I think of Helsinki, I think of Die Hard, where remember the newscaster goes, Helsinki, Sweden, that is. And Howell leaves it for Tate Jones in double figures, and he's almost right there to his average of 10.5 points a night.
Now, like I mentioned in the open, he's shooting a few more threes this year and really starting to find that stroke here in the second half.
Howell ran to a special spot on the floor. Defender sealed him off. They're going to take a three outside of Go then Idaho, then Sacramento State. He actually played in 3 games against Sacramento State last year while he was at Idaho. And time of guys not
per game. Just a solid all-around player. Tate Jones left wide open, takes the three, nothing but bottom. And it's through the hands. This is the second time that's happened. They were a little too close together, but there's a steal by Capich. 2-on-none break. Tate Jones, slam dunk.